is up, you guys? It is Jessica doing things differently, and today we have a Temu haul. Yes, right, yes, right. So we have gardening stuff because why not, right? I love to garden. I find a lot of enjoyment out of it. And I know a lot of people don't, but I do, right? So I went on Temu and I bought a bunch of gardening stuff. I have opened it to write the prices down and everything, and I'm not gonna lie to you. Some of the things I'm a little bit disappointed in, but some of them I'm very happy about. So if you're interested to see what is what, keep on watching. Before we get into today's video, let's go ahead and do the shout out of the week. And today's shout out goes to Who Is You? 254. So they had a very good idea about that little brush thing that I got to actually, like, in the grooves of your shoes on the bottom where rocks get stuck, you can use that to get the rocks out. You know, that's an idea too, or to even clean your shoes. I just thought that was a little bit of a clever idea. I also have not seen them comment, so I decided to shout them out because I love doing that on this channel. Here we go again. My name is Jessica, and on this channel we like to do reviews. I do reviews from Shein, Temu, Wish, AliExpress every once in a while. Those have kind of been few and far between. But I just like to do videos on companies that I enjoy shopping off of and that I also find really, really good prices for things. And then I like to share that with you guys so that you guys can go on those same sites and get those same products for those same prices or close to it, right? So that's what I like to do on this channel. And if you guys want to see more, hit that subscribe button, you know, and be a part of the hashtag Differently family. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into today's haul. Let's go. Okay, so this is a gardening haul, but I did get a few extra stuff that I'll show at the end of the video. It's just things that I added in because I was shopping, and that's what we do. Nothing is ever good enough. We need more, you know? Let's start off with the first thing. The first thing, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit disappointed in, but it's not Temu's fault. I didn't look at the description and look how big these guys were. But this is a set of 5 little starter cups that you start your seeds in, right? I have that already. I don't need these, right? It's kind of like a waste for me. 5 little containers that you start in have drain holes in the bottom. They were $1.48. They're now $1.04. So a little bit cheaper. But these are just little starter kits, and they're plastic. But this is what they look like. So they're just real little tiny little pots, right? But they also have the holes in the bottom for you already done. So I mean, they're fine. They for what they would be used for, they're gonna work fine. I just don't need them. There's nothing wrong with them other than the size. But again, not Temu's fault, my fault. Next, we have these little guys, which are really awesome. If you are a gardener, you know the struggle. You start seeds and you forget to say what is what, right? And then you don't know how big of a pot you need to plant that in once it gets taller, and you still can't make out what it is. So there's these. They were $1.89. They're now $2.97, and there is 50 of them. So they're just little tags that go into your plants, and you can write what they are on the little tab and then stick it down. So now you know what all your little plants are because they're labeled. So that's what I got these for. Obviously, you can use them for other things as well, but that was my main reasoning for getting them. All right, next we have this guy. This was 89 cents. It's now $1.48. And this is just a little clipper that you clip off. You can either clip off like dead leaves or dead stems or even like rose bushes or anything like that that you can't like break off or pull off yourself. This will make it a little bit easier. So it is a little razor blade right here, and you just clip it to whatever you're cutting off. So it stays open like this. It has this little piece right here that you clip around to close it, and it's just, you know, it's a nice little tool to have. Again, if you are a gardener or you like doing flowers or anything like with plant related, this is good to have because there are a lot of times when I'm doing the gardening and I forget the scissors. I take my scissors out there and I just cut. You want to cut off all the dead stuff. That'll be perfect for that. Then I got a little pair of shears as well. So these were $1.71. They're now $2.48. And these are just little gardening shears. So, you know, in my opinion, you can never have too many of those, because I cannot tell you how many times I've left it outside. It's got rusty, or I've lost it, or my son has went out there and started cutting the bushes and it's nowhere to be found when he's done using it. Next we have some like Velcro strips so that you can pull your plants kind of together and keep it more uniform. If you have a lot of plants or bigger plants like tomato plants, you need to pull the little branches together so that it's not going all crazy wild. Or you start producing vegetables on your plants and they start hanging kind of low. You want to kind of gather them together so that the stem doesn't break. This is what you need. So this was 77 cents. It's now 48 cents. And again, they're just like little green Velcro pieces. And it comes on one spool like this. And then you just pull it off as you need. Cut it. And then wrap it around your plant so that they don't break off. The stem doesn't break on you. Next, kind of the same thing. We have some rope. It was $1.64. Now it's $1.77. 328.08 foot long rope. So I can use this for crafting, or I can use this for my plants. Either way, it'll get used for sure with me. But I thought it was pretty inexpensive. And I can go to the store and get it, but when I'm already shopping online, I just figured I'd pick it up. We have a set of 3 little gardening tools. Now, again, my fault. I didn't look at the description to see how big they were going to be, but they're pretty teeny tiny, which will help when I transfer my plants into a little bit larger of a pot. These will be good for that. Or when I'm just starting off planting my seeds and stuff like that, they'll be good for that. But once they get into like bigger containers, this is going to be a little bit too small, you know, but for like the tedious little jobs, this will be good. But this was $1.88. Now it's $2.08. And these are just, again, little gardening tools. They're just the cutest little things. So there are 3 of them. So we have like the little raker guy, we have the little baby shovel, and then we have the skinny one. So these will definitely come in handy. Again, they were just a little bit smaller than I thought they were going to be, but they're still very, very useful. And they are metal with a wood handle, which is also good. Next, we have a thing of chicken wire. So I just made a little stand that holds all my 5-gallon buckets. So there's 8 buckets. So I made 2 different stands. Now you could have made this to where it was like a 2-level thing, right? But I thought it would get in the way of each other. Like the plants would kind of like tangle within each other, because plants get pretty big, especially tomato plants. They can get like this big or bigger depending on where you're growing it, right? If I'm going to grow it in a 5-gallon bucket, it's probably going to get about that tall. But if I'm growing it in the ground, it could get even taller, right? And when they get real bushy, you know, they'll just interact with each other a bit too much. So I separated the container gardens that I made, and there's 4 in each slot. Here's some pictures. And I absolutely love them, right? So I got some chicken wire to go around the boxes, and then I can kind of enclose them in so that animals can't get to them. So I got this for $3.78. It's still $3.78. And this is, it just says in centimeters, so I don't know how big it actually is. But it was 35 centimeters by 100 centimeters. Not a whole bunch, but I figured I would try it out. And if it was good, then I would go on there and get some more. But it's just basic chicken wire, you know. Next, I got 2 of these. So this was 58 cents, now it's 93 cents, and I got 2 of them. So this again is this is a trellis for your plants to climb up. So if I do cucumbers, they'll be able to climb up it. If I'm doing green beans, which I am, they're going to be able to grow up it. And it's also very easy to put up and take down. And you don't have to worry about making like this big structure. Basically like rope string type stuff. So this will be really nice for my plants. Then we have these guys, which are the same kind of concept with holding your plants together. These were 69 cents, they're now 89 cents. These are basically like kind of like zip ties in a way. There are 30 in here. And they're just little plastic pieces. So you just go around the plant like this, and then it just locks in, and then it goes around your plant. I didn't do it fully so it wouldn't lock, but you know what? I think it could lock and it would be okay. Yeah. Okay, so you can take them off and reuse them, which is really nice. So you can just put this around your plant, and again, it stops the breakage. Nice. Last year I had a tomato plant, and it kind of got a little crazy, and I lost 2 branches on the tomato plant because they were so heavy and they broke. So that's why I got so many of those, because I just want to ensure the fact that the plant's not going to break. Then this guy I'm super excited about because I got potatoes. Now, I grew potatoes about 3-4 years ago, and I got so many, and I got them out of a 5-gallon bucket. So I decided to do potatoes again this year and do them in a 5-gallon bucket again. But this guy, so it was $2.47, now it's $2.78. This guy has a little window that you can open up and kind of like see how the potatoes are doing. Now, of course, you're going to have to open the window, maybe dig a little bit, but you'll be able to see if the potatoes are ready or not ready. However, I did read online that, so you put the potatoes in the dirt, right? You can do 3 per bucket. So you put them in there, and then they start growing leaves at the top. Once those leaves start to die, you know the potatoes are ready. So I think this is really creative. And I also think it'll be a fun learning experience for my son as well, which is why I got it. But it is a 5-gallon little bucket, or at least it says it was. Looks a bit small. It's a little 5-gallon bucket. Has 2 little handles on the side so you can carry it. And then, how does the window go? Okay, it Velcros shut. And then it has the little window. Isn't that so cool? It really looks a little bit smaller than 5 gallons. I'm going to have to look at the description and see if this is actually 5 gallons. It says it was, but I'm going to have to measure. Next, we got this guy. This was $2.09, and now it's $2.98. And I believe this is the same thing, but in a different material. It's like a tarp material, but I believe it's the same thing. Yes. See, this is much bigger. It has the 2 handles right here, and then it has the window right here in the front, just like so. So then you can open it up and take a look-see. Look-see at your potatoes. This seems a lot bigger though. Okay, because that one is 10 gallons. That's why it seems bigger. So we have a 10-gallon one in a 5-gallon bucket, and what I was going to do, that's what I was going to do. So I was going to double it in the one and put 3 in the one, put 6 in the other one, and have some potatoes. I'm so excited for them. Moving on, we have this. This was $1.52. Now it's $2.39. This is a little same type of thing. So you put all your dirt in here, and then you can put a plant in here. So I'm going to put my strawberry plant in here so that it's able to kind of like run out. But yeah, look at this. Now, again, it's not like the greatest material. It's not like the best quality you're going to get. This is definitely going to be good to be able to sit outside, and I don't have to worry about like holes or anything like that because it's all mesh, and the water's going to be able to come out perfectly. And it has handles on it, so you're going to be able to carry it and do everything you need to do. Next, we got this guy here. And I'm going to do herbs, and I'm only going to do like little containers, so I actually might be able to use those little white containers for this. This was $7.28, now it's $6.29. It has 18 little compartments. So basically, you open her up, and then you hang this up, and then you put your little containers in here, or you can just put the dirt directly in here and put your plants in here. So I'm going to use this for my herbs that I'm going to do. So like little onions, little basil, rosemary, thyme, all that I'm going to put in here. Now, do I need 18 cells? Probably not. I think I was like overdoing it when I bought all this stuff, like way overzealous when I got all this stuff. Like, oh, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do this. And in reality, I just don't have the time for everything. So I am going to do quite a bit in them, and maybe I can like double up the herbs since they're so small. I'm not going to be able to fit a whole bunch in there. So maybe I can just do like 3 dills and like 3 of each in there, and then that way it'll kind of like fill it all up, and maybe skip a row in between. But either way, these are going to be great. I'm super excited about all of this stuff because it's going to be very, very useful in my garden. So now for the personal stuff that I just kind of threw in there. I got this guy here. It was 89 cents. It's still 89 cents. And this is just a little headband that pulls the back of your hair up for you so that it doesn't fall down when you have your hair in a ponytail. And it came with 2 of them. So basically you just go like this. And you pull your hair up. Like so. And now those little pieces in the back won't fall down. So I don't know how it looks. I don't know if I did it right, but I'm going to show you. I did not, because I could still feel this. So you just kind of like tuck her in. But yeah, so that'll keep the little hair in the back from coming down because that aggravates the crap out of me. But it did come with 2 of them, one big one, one little one. And then I got a pair of sandals. So these were $3.68, now they're $4.49. And I got them in a size 38-39 because I wear a size 7.5 USA. So they're square-toed little flip-flops that are, you know, you can wear them to kind of like dress up a bit, but you can also wear them when you just have shorts and a t-shirt on, which is what I liked about them. And then lastly, I got this guy. Now I'm not gonna lie to you. I have no idea if this thing is going to work, but let me tell you how much it was first. So it was $1.47, now it's $3.48. So the claim behind this is you're going to put your hair through these little bristles, you're gonna twist it up, and then you're gonna blow dry it, and when you pull it out, it's gonna be curled. Is it gonna work? I don't know. But the thing is where it doesn't damage your hair as much as straight ironing it or curling it with a curling iron and like having all that heat on your hair. This is saying that it's going to kind of take away the damaging factors that you use with a curling iron or a crimper or stuff like that. So we've all seen like the octopus thing where you wrap it around while it's wet, you go to bed, you wake up, it gives you heatless curls. We've all seen a little sock trick, which is basically the same thing. We've all seen like all those things that like do heatless curls and and like, yes, it comes out, but it never comes out good. Hopefully this guy will work. That'll do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you were not already subscribed, why not? Hit that subscribe button. It's literally free. You just hit it, click the bell, and you're done. You're done. That's all you have to do. That's it. And I guess that'll do it for today. Hope you guys are having a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, whenever you guys are watching this. And I'll see you next time. All right? Bye!